Meeting. Today is January 22nd, 2022. 25. Oh my goodness, I lost 3 years. Okay, may I have a roll call, please?
Ramona Malone,
Here.
Tim Curl, Sylvia Covington, here. Ed Davis, Bobby Stubberman, here.
All righty, if you all would join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now we'll have a moment of reflection, and we want to remember our Vice Chair, Mr. Tim Curl, and his family, and the passing of his wife. All righty. All right, Mr. Watts, presentation.
It's Board Appreciation Month. We want to just say thank you to our board members for all you do and all of the support that you give us. And I think the principals have put together something to share. So I'm going to let them take over again.
Is it a skit? I hope y'all starring in it.
They're starring in this thing. This is my list.
All right, this is from all three of us at the schools. So thank you to Mr. Atkins and Mr. Gregson and their support too to help us get all these videos together for you all. And the kids have lots of things to say.
Thank you to the Board of Education.
Thank you to the Board of Education. Thank you, Board of Education. Thank you to the Board of Education.
Thank you for all you do. Happy Board Appreciation Month. We appreciate everything. Happy Board Appreciation Month. Thank you for all.
Just want to say thank you to our board for investing in our children here in Newport and for allowing them to participate in programs and activities that they can use to better
On behalf of Newport Intermediate School, we would like to extend our heartfelt gratitude to the Newport Board of Education for your unwavering support and dedication to our school and district. Your forward-thinking leadership and commitment to fostering a thriving educational environment has provided our students with countless opportunities for growth and enrichment. We greatly appreciate your efforts in building a strong community partnership that have allowed us to implement meaningful initiatives such as our school gardens, the tree planting, and a variety of programs between our school and the Newport community. Your dedication to enhancing the educational experience for our students and families does not go unnoticed. Through your continued support, NIS is able to provide enriching learning experiences that promote community engagement and a deeper connection to the world around us. We are grateful for your vision, your leadership, and your commitment to making our district a place where students can learn, grow, and succeed. Thank you for being a part of our journey and for your ongoing efforts to make NIS and our district a model of excellence.
Happy Board Appreciation Month. I'd like to take a second to recognize each and every one of our members of the board and thank you for your dedication and hard work. We are so grateful for your time and vision and your commitment and excellence in education. Your leadership empowers our students to be successful, and I can speak for everyone when I say we're so grateful for you all. And thank you for everything. I just want to take a moment to express your commitment to our teachers, students, and the community. Whether it's making difficult decisions or
especially grateful for the group of me who facilities. We have a beautiful cafeteria, restaurant. Thank you for everything you do. for the students.
Oh, that was wonderful. That was wonderful. That was absolutely wonderful.
So thank you, board members, we appreciate it.
Okay, next up, we have Newport Primary School student
I'll start with our student of the month, Christopher. So our student of the month, this is Christopher Morales Feliciano. So, we the men that always say are very cute kids. Christopher is in Miss Bravo's class and he is in second grade. Miss Bravo added that he is a leader in the classroom and that his classmates voted for him to be the student of the month. He's a hard worker and he encourages his classmates to do the same. And he's very kind and he keeps the class running very smooth and also very calm, so he keeps others in line as well. Christopher is a student ambassador, so that means that he's been chosen to be a student leader, and he actually gets tours of the building. So we get new students in our school, he actually walks them around the building, shows them the cafeteria, and what's really cool that he can show them in English or Spanish.
Wow.
Not only is he very talented, but he's extremely hardworking. Please congratulate Christopher, student of the month.
Thank you for being so awesome. If I come, will you give me a tour?
Good job.
Next is Hofstadter. So this Hofstadter is our teacher of the month, and she's our school's art teacher. She's been with us several years. I didn't write it down, but how long? 11 years, which is a long time. So she's been very dedicated to her students in our school. She's a phenomenal teacher. When I think about her teaching students or art to her students, ties it a lot to cultures around the world. She gets our students to believe that they're artists. Our students are very detail oriented. They can tell you more about what the different colors mean and shading and all those kind of things. And I was ever taught her that I could explain to you right now. So she truly gets them to believe in what they're doing. I'd also like to thank Hannah publicly right now for what she does for our whole school. If you walk in her school, that it looks like an art gallery, that you would never know that these are 5, 6, and 7-year-olds. And people that come into her school will tell you that you can't believe that a 5, 6, and 7-year-old are producing these kind of pieces in our school. The other things I'd like to thank Hannah for in terms of the events that we have throughout our school year, the Star Spangled Banner Day that we have in September, Veterans Day, Derby Day event, our Christmas tree. She does so many things in terms of that you may say go unnoticed, but I notice them all year long.
Star Spangled Banner Day is one of my favorite days.
All right, next up.
She did a donut display at the primary school and they looked so delicious. I just kept wanting to eat one because they look so real. So you all have, if you have not been and seen some of those displays at the primary school, you need to go look at our children's artwork. It is amazing for the age
even for adults.
All right, we are going to start with our student of the month, which is Consoldo. Come on. Mr. Secchi says he is a great leader in the classroom, demonstrating how to follow our school-wide expectations and all of our classroom expectations. He's a great leader in the hallway. He's not afraid to ask for help and is a great helper to all of his peers. In his writing class, she has witnessed him stop his work to help another student that is struggling. He's a great listener, always following directions, and volunteers to read out loud to his classmates. He always has a smile on his face and is always ready to learn. I will say hats off to the guardians as well.
Yes.
Students of the month, I'm very grateful.
Congratulations.
Member of the month, Ms. Bev Smith. Beth is a special ed teacher at the intermediate school. She is in our autism unit. There is nobody like Bev Smith. One you can hear her from if you're on the first floor, if you're on the third floor, you can hear Beth. She is the most positive person at all times. She is always looking for the positive. She's always wanting to make our school culture better. She's always looking to have fun with the kids and fun with the staff. She puts all of our little staff get-togethers together. She is DJ Jazzy on Friday mornings for a little healthy competition between our grade levels to name that tune. So the kids love that, the teachers love that, so she's a great part of our culture. And if you ask her at any moment and any time, she can tell you exactly where her students are. She can give it to you right then and there. So it doesn't matter what time of day I walk in her classroom, she has it, she can hand it to me, and she can explain it. So, she's passionate about helping every kid. She has taken on a new role in her, is this 31 years? 30? 31? 31. This is 31. We just decided to get back into coaching this year. Why not? Why not? So at 31 years. So she is also the varsity assistant at the high school. So, her dedication to the kids, the district, it's incredible to see, even at 31 years of getting close to retirement, that she's still willing to put it all in. She's even, I think, making the girls dinner Friday night before the game. So she goes above and beyond, not just for us here at the intermediate school, but for the kids. So we're lucky to have that.
Thank you. Oh, thank you.
High school.
This is Colt Bush, he's our student of the month. Colt Bush is an exceptional student who consistently goes above and beyond in everything he does. I cannot say enough good things about him. He's always prepared for class, showing up with a positive attitude and a readiness to engage with the material. Beyond his own academic success, Colt is also incredibly generous with his time, always willing to help his peers when they need it. Whether it's tackling a difficult assignment or offering support to others, he rises every challenge with enthusiasm and determination. His dedication to leadership makes him stand out in any setting.
Yeah.
Our teacher of the month is Monique. Monique couldn't be here this evening. She had to get home and do a couple of things. However, I want to read, what her staff members had to say about it. If you visit Newport High School after hours, you will likely find Miss Wood in her classroom working with students. Her dedication to their academic success is evident in her actions. Miss Wood spends time reviewing student work, providing constructive feedback, and offering opportunities for students to deepen their understanding of challenging content through corrections and reflections. She also keeps in continual contact with parents, ensuring they are informed and involved in their child's progress and success. One of the many ways Ms. Wood celebrates student achievement is by recognizing their growth. After the Cody test, she sends personalized postcards to every student who shows improvement, regardless of whether they're in her class. This simple yet powerful gesture reinforces the value of effort and progress, showing students that their hard work matters. But Ms. Wood's impact extends beyond academics. She understands the importance of building meaningful relationships with her students. Rather than chatting with them in the cafeteria during lunch or sharing a moment of fun in the hallway, she creates a welcoming and supportive environment for all.
Thank you.
We have, one more presentation, special record, two more, Mr. Maines
And Ms. Swanson.
Ms. Swanson has one. Okay, Mr. Maines, go first.
This evening, I want to recognize one of our bus drivers, Ms. Dawn Krokenbaker. If you can come on up. There's actually one more, Jennifer Prejean. She couldn't attend this evening. While I have a couple other drivers in the room, I want to take advantage of this opportunity. Our bus drivers are amazing.
Yes, they are.
They are such a vital part of what we do every day, getting the kids safely to and from school. And if you've ever sat behind the wheel of a school bus, it's a pretty scary thing.
Yes.
But they do it every day. They drive the streets that we have, tight and curvy, and they do an amazing job. But we've also got Nick Lewis, the bus driver, Mark Watts, the bus driver. So just thank all of our drivers for everything that they do. This recognition tonight is something special. We've had challenges with our weather lately. And just as I was mentioning in terms of how tough it is to drive a bus in general, throw in ice and snow on top of it. And when the snow gets plowed up on the streets and the cars are kind of forced to be pushed out into the middle of the street, and trying to snake a bus down the middle of those roads can be quite a challenge. We had one particular street here in Newport. Our city did everything they can to help us, but it was just an ongoing challenge with ongoing ice. And that was a big concern for Dawn. She was worried about the safety of our kids. So on my phone, I can't show everyone right now, but there's a video. Dawn and Jennifer went up after work one day, off the clock, took their own shovels up there onto this street, breaking up ice so that they could feel better the next morning.
Wow.
Getting the kids, to and from school, and just being able to make the stops that they needed to make.
Good job, thank you.
Yes, yes, yes.
Thanks a lot.
That's what we do here in Newport. We go there and smile for our children.
Thank you. Good job.
Tonight, Newport Independent Schools proudly extends our heartfelt appreciation to our outstanding staff from our maintenance, technology, and special education departments, whose collaborative efforts were instrumental in bringing about the Newport Hospital Sensory Room to fruition. This innovative and thoughtful design space officially opened to students on January 15, 2025. Wood, April Wash, Matt Mark Wash, Greg Finhoff, Juan Gonzalez, Ryan Strong, Nick Lewis, and Kelly Grayson. Please stand. All right. mentioned, the Century Model Room is a specialized environment where students can engage in a purposeful activity to help them self-regulate, build focus, and enhance their mental and emotional well-being. The success of this project is a testament to the collaborative efforts across departments within the district, and each and every individual you see up here playing a critical role. Kelly Grayson from the Special Education Department spearheaded the planning and all design aspects of the environment. She ordered the equipment, monitored delivery, and crafted a specialized tailored space to meet the unique student needs. Nick Lewis, Mark Watt, and Juan Gonzalez from the maintenance department ensure the seamless transportation, preparation, and installation of the equipment, including modifying outlet locations, running wires to support technology, and ensuring equipment were both functional and safely installed. April Walsh from the technology department skillfully integrated and configured the various equipment systems, conducted thorough system checks, and ensured every function worked flawlessly.
We'll do it.
Ryan Strong, Special Education Lead, applied prior experience in using this equipment to troubleshoot the system's functionality prior to the students enjoying the room on January the 15th. He prepared the room for the students' use. Every phase of this project showcased each of their dedication. It was a 3-year project. Specialized expertise and ability to work as a team. On behalf of Newport Independent Schools, we extend our deepest gratitude for your hard work, collaboration, and unwavering dedication to this initiative. Your efforts have created a space that will leave a lasting positive impact on the lives of our students for years to come. Please join me in giving a well-deserved round of applause to this extraordinary team.
Is there anything you can't do? Oh, thank you, too good, girl. Thank you. Congratulations, thank you. Congratulations, and thank you. And congratulations, and thank you. I'm gonna pay them. All right, I think it's a 10-minute break, isn't it, next? The agenda. All right, we're gonna take a 10-minute break so we can congratulate all our winners and outstanding students and their families, and we do have some refreshments out in the lobby for you to enjoy. All righty? So thank you so much to the parents of our students. We could not do this without you. So we really appreciate all that you do to make sure that your children are here at school and that education is supported in the home, and that's what makes them outstanding. So thank you so much. We want to recognize and thank you too. All righty. Go out and get something we shouldn't be eating. We are going to resume the Newport Board of Education meeting. All righty. Okay. Next on the agenda is comments from the audience. Did anyone sign up? Okay, I'm so surprised. No. Okay, and next is the minutes of December 18th, January the 8th, and January the 15th. Any questions, comments, or concerns regarding the minutes? If not, I need a motion to approve the minutes as presented.
So moved.
It's been moved in second. All in favor? Aye. All righty. All righty. Next up is Miss Hoover. And this is her last presentation to the board.
You have the bank reconciliation and the, December bills to be paid. I will make a note that the bank reconciliation is correct in total, but I did forget to, break out the revenues, for each one. Someone actually asked a question to me earlier about the interest and was curious why we were getting 2.5 million in interest in our bank account, which is a fair question. But I did not realize at the time that I had failed to fill that in, so I will, you can still approve it tonight, but I can get that corrected and get that sent to you, just for your information, but it is still correct in total.
Okay.
That's up to you. If you would prefer not to approve it and just approve the invoices, that's fine, and you can get that resubmitted for next month for official approval.
I would prefer to get it corrected and then
Okay.
approve it.
Yep, no problem.
You all good with that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Does anybody have any questions then about the paid invoice report for approval?
I didn't. Anyone have any questions about the invoices?
All of my questions were already addressed.
Very good. Okay. All righty, and the additional documents, let's see, are just for information only, no action is necessary. Any comments or questions regarding the additional attachments from Ms. Hoover?
Just about the draft budget, I know that we have, the revenue, is there an anticipation of what we might have the expenses?
Not most likely until the tentative budget comes out for it. And that will be officially approved, and due to KDE, end of May.
Okay.
Can you kind of elaborate on there with the process?
So for the draft budget, it is, we aren't required to complete that in Munis or submit that to KDE. It's just for your review. And after, meeting with Mr. Watson and SNAP, with so many, things up in the air right now, we felt it best to not present a number that we didn't feel confident in. So the revenues, that you have right now are, the best estimate for what, we do anticipate. I'm sure you all may have seen the news about the SEEK, shortfall. Not sure how that will impact, but the revenues are looking, as of right now, which this is very high level, at around 14.8 million, which if you compare that to the approved expenses from the FY '25 working budget, there will need to be, about 3.9 million in, cuts for FY '26. So, we have met, regarding, staffing allocations and reviewing those. It was my recommendation that we look at everyone. Mr. Watts has reviewed those. He has met, and Ms. Payne have met with principals regarding those allocations. And I think my understanding is that principals are to report back with some data and information to Mr. Watts in the coming weeks. And then further discussions will be made from there regarding staffing as well as additional expenses.
Thank you.
Ms. Hoover, with this, what you're saying there, cuts, do you, as outgoing financial person, do you have any suggestions or ideas of where we might be able to bring this in, or what we might be able to do?
Did you?
Well, isn't that something that you and your staff discuss?
Yeah. Give you just a little update on in my report, but we're looking at everything, each department, we look at their budgets and, you know, make as many cuts as we can, we'll cut wherever we can, and then we'll talk about, you know, what we need to do as far as come tax time to help with this situation. So there's a lot of options that we have to take moving forward.
Okay.
So we'll, you know, as that time gets closer, we're talking about what we need to do, where we make cuts, and, you know, tax rates.
Is there a date when we need to know, or staff needs to know, who will be employed next year, or cuts that are going to be?
Well, we have to let everybody know, I think May 15th, that's right there.
Yes.
So about May 15th, we have to let everybody know what's going on, but we usually do that before then. Our goal is usually, we try to do that around spring break, and the reason we do that, we give people an opportunity to start looking and give them, they can start early, and we can start hiring. That's one reason we do that. We don't like to wait. Feel it's fair to those people who may get cut. Then again, it helps us by starting early. We get ahead of other districts. So we've been doing it that way since I've been here. So, you know, most people know before by spring break.
Right. Thank you, Ms. Hoover and Mr. Watts. We have a lot to talk about in the future. All right. Next on the agenda is, any objection to the bills?
No.
I need a motion to pay the bills.
So moved.
It's been moved in second. All in favor? Okay. Student learning and support services.
Already the children's leaving us.
Yes.
So this is her last night, so I want to say publicly, thank you, Jennifer, for everything you've done for us. You were one of my first hires, you know, when I got here, so we came in together. You promised me you were gonna stay till I leave. Thank you for everything you've done. You said no to me a lot, got on me a lot, but we've had some good conversations, and I appreciate everything you've done since you've been here, and we'll miss you, and good luck. Don't be a stranger. All right, I won't say that, but we talked a little bit about, before I was gonna give a quick staff update, but Jennifer mentioned, we talked at the district about some things that we think we need to do, so I challenge the principals to go back with their teams and bring me what they need to function efficiently. They're supposed to turn that into me Friday, then I'll take their suggestions compared to what I've come up with here at the district level, and then we will meet on the 4th of February, and then we will come to an agreement on where we think we need to be as far as staffing goes. We will bring that to you all at the next planning meeting, so we can have some discussion, you guys can ask questions that you
Okay.
might have. Then we have to approve that at the regular meeting of next month, so
Okay.
that's the plan as far as staffing goes, and allocation. We have 12 students right now, planning to go to Disney for spring break. I think it was last month, I talked about me taking a trip to Napster, and the speaker talking about how we take the kids different places to give them that experience. So, that's something that we do here. So right now we have 12. So hopefully we'll keep that number at 12. When we start, I think we're up to about 30. Then when it comes time to pay that bill, people drop out. So I'll keep you updated on how many students we have, and I think that's important again for us to give students that opportunity, that experience to go see some things that they normally wouldn't see, and I just feel strongly about that and we'll continue to do that. So I'll give you an update as we get closer, but that's during spring break. I think they leave. I'm going to actually go before they do the meet them in Disney, but they leave on the 7th, I think, and come back on that Wednesday. So it'll be a fun trip, go to a few parks and have some fun.
Very good.
Last thing I have is we brought a couple of policies to you all back in December, and that's on the agenda for second reading today. Those are the classified and certified employee holiday and vacation policy. This will help us with our budget moving forward, make a few changes on there. So I just want to know if anybody had any questions about those policies.
Are these on par with other districts? Like these changes to the classified?
I'm not sure. Kim, do you know about the other district as far as what
I
they
mean,
do?
vacation days vary widely.
Yeah.
Mhm.
District to
Right.
district. There is no really,
Model.
yeah, there's nothing. Some districts have none, some districts have where it folds in as you have more years of experience in the district. Some districts, maybe only the superintendent gets it, maybe this isn't. It is so all over the place. There's really no way to say that what is normal and what is not normal. Unfortunately, it's just kind of a decision that we have to make on what's best for us.
So are we expecting to lose teachers based on?
Vacation days are only for district, this is only vacation days for district administrators. That's all we're changing. Sick days and staff is not impacted by this decision. This is just vacation days for district administrators and principals.
Okay.
And the reason we did this will help us with the budget moving forward. In the past, administrators could carry over 40 vacation days. So that means when you retire or when you leave the district, you've been here long enough to get 40 days, then the district would have to pay that person out 40 vacation days. So with the policy moving forward, you can't carry over any vacation days. You have to use those by the end of the year. So the people who've been here already, this doesn't affect them, but this is for any new hire company.
Are there any, we don't have any with our policies that we're about to vote on. There are no disagreements with the union or employee organizations or anything like that? What we're
No, this is
proposing?
all administrative.
These are administrators. You're not part of the union.
But is there an employee organization for administration staff?
Not that.
No, okay.
Not locally.
Okay.
All right, thank you. Next up, please have the curriculum department.
Good evening, Madam Chair, board members, Superintendent Watts. You have our report. Do you have any questions?
There was something in the report that caught my attention and I wanted to.
Can you explain a little bit about the educational activity?
I think that was one of my questions.
The educational epiphany team that's led by Dr. Dickey comes in to help us, since I've been here, we've been talking about unifying practice and instruction and effective tier 1 instruction, which is the first instruction, grade level instruction that students receive. So he has practices, 4 practices in place that his research has shown if you implement these 4 practices in classrooms, then you see students achieve their goals of proficiency. So he's come in to support us to get a district-wide language, universal language. So there's one definition for analyze. So as many classes as you can walk in, teachers can say analyze is a different definition. Well, that's hard on the learner. The learner has to take an assessment, and they know of, I have heard of 12 years of the word analyze defined. So we have developed a universal language of what analyze means. So when they talk about analyzing a learning target, that everybody in the entire district has the same definition of that. So our learners have that definition year after year. So that's one of the practices. Having a learning target that's performance-based is one of the practices. So the learning target is not just activity-based. The students will read a book today. It's based on the standard. It's an activity-based. It's based on performance, based on the standard to say students will understand comprehension in informative text so that they can write an essay. So
Sorry, go ahead.
it's important that students know what they want to learn and that they can measure their learning themselves. So if we don't have it so they know what they're learning, not just an activity, why am I reading? I'm reading this book to learn how to comprehend informal text. So it's a way of teaching. This goes back to the science of teaching. So he's a researcher in that, and we're using his practice to get a wide understanding of the art of teaching.
So is this a consultant that
Yeah.
we have?
Yes.
Or like we did the WEA, but now we're doing this?
Well, no, they're consulting.
Can you
WA,
different, but
Yeah.
as a consultant?
as a consultant, absolutely. Not the same word.
And if we Google educational activity, will there be like articles that come up?
Mm-hmm.
Because I've just never heard of it.
What do you mean articles?
Like, do they publish books, like, if we
Oh,
want
yeah,
to learn more about the things that they're doing?
That link I sent you in the email is to their website.
Okay,
So the link in there, you can go through their entire website. Find out.
okay, great, thank you.
You're welcome.
Ms. Payne, is this new that we're implementing now, or has this been ongoing?
No, this year, 24, 25, yes, sir.
And so, how do you feel about the impact thus far?
It's been an immediate impact, so I'm very happy. He came in the previous board reports and did the training, and he does the training initially with the district staff and building administrators, so that we're familiar with the practices, because we're the ones that have to implement and monitor it. And then he does the teaching, him and his team, with the teachers at a staff meeting and a professional development day, and it's been immediate implementation. We've already seen it in the classrooms. We walk through and have the performance-based learning targets up now on the board. Teachers have them visible for the students. Before, they might have been this small, so a student in the back of the room could read it. They're visible for the students, and the teachers can construct it. So students can tell you when you walk in the classroom, what am I learning today?
Very good.
And why am I learning it? So it's not just what am I learning, but why.
You know, how is this going to benefit me in my life, basically, which is what students want to know when it comes to certain topics. Okay, and then the practicum teachers placements. And I see we have partners with Northern Kentucky University, Mount St. Joe University, Thomas More. So how is this gonna benefit Newport, having this relationship? Can you expound on that?
So one benefit can be recruiting,
Okay.
because these teachers will be in our classrooms and experience our classroom and our students. So when it comes time for opening and their graduation. So these, people that come, the practicum students, are educational, pathway students at those universities. So they come for their practicum, which is initially observation. So when they come in the classroom, they do a lot of watching of what the teacher does and how she or he administers education. Then when they come for their student teaching, they're actually the teacher in the classroom. And the teacher steps back and serves a mentor or facilitator.
Okay.
So that they're prepared, once they graduate, to step into the classroom and begin to teach. So that's part of the college's teacher preparation program. You have to do a practicum and you have to do student teaching.
Okay. Well, I didn't know, I mean, because I don't think we've had these type of relationships and partners, so the list has grown. So that,
The list is grown though.
the list has grown. I mean, I knew we had some, but it seemed like there's some more names.
Yes.
So good. All right, thank you. Any more questions for Ms. Payne?
No, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank the board for supporting me, whether you were in the seat on this past Monday or you sent me your well wishes. I appreciate that. You don't know how much. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. She was the keynote speaker at the Martin Luther King luncheon, and she blew us away. You know, what, do you know where you're going? Do you like what life has shown you? Where are you going to? Do you know? And so that was from the movie Mahogany, and it was a song, but she embedded that in her, because it was what, looking back.
Looking forward, looking back to move forward.
To move forward. And so it was really, really very inspirational, and several of our students at the Martin Luther King luncheon were there servicing, received scholarships. I mean, it was an awesome event, wasn't it? Ed was so excited he couldn't stay in his seat.
It's the truth. I thought our school district was very well represented.
Yes, it was.
Darla, thank you so much. You did us well.
Yeah.
You know, so, and our students were there as well. We
Yes.
had 2 students receive scholarships from Duke Energy. I think both were from Duke Energy, I think. So we were well represented with that, and it was a wonderful event that our city and the local chapter has hosted for the past 22 years. So thanks to the local chapter of the NAACP, and thanks to Ms. Payne, and thanks to our students who were there to represent us and to represent Dr. King's, his dreams and ambitions. So we thank you for that. Thank you.
And our own Donna Watts received the President's
Yeah,
Award.
I forgot.
Yes,
I'm
she
sorry.
received the President's Award,
I'm sorry.
yes, for her dedication and commitment to our kids. And one of our students, Heavenly, received recognition. She's going to nursing school, and she was raised by her grandmother. And so I went over there to congratulate her grandmother and just, thanked her for her dedication, because, a lot of times when you're doing this the second time around, you raised your kids, now you got to raise your grandkids. And for her to be such an outstanding student, to be raised by her grandmother who had to do this the second time around. And if you've done it the first time around, just imagine having to do that homework and dropping off to school and picking up and, going shopping and buying clothes that second time around. So she appreciated the recognition so much, she started crying at the table. And so, yeah, so it was an awesome event. And thank you, Mr. Watts, and everyone who attended to support our students. And as Mr. Davis said, Newport was present and accounted for. And it was awesome. And one board member, she was sad. She kept saying,
Oh, I was so upset.
yeah.
Dang it.
She was like, in her email, you could feel the sadness. So, but maybe next time.
Next time for sure.
Yeah, all right. All righty, next. Made some notes. Where are they?
Madam Chair, members of the board,
I hear you.
People Personnel, Student Services, and Federal Programs report for January. Do you have any questions?
Attendance.
Yes, ma'am.
I notice we're not meeting our goals. Is this normal for this time of year with,
Well, yes, so for attendance month 4, that runs mid-November into December. There was one drop day there, and then there was another weather day. I didn't take those low attendance days out. We went ahead and reported them as if they were. We have lofty goals when it comes to attendance, so 95% seems like it should be easy to hit. That's a stretch goal. So that is not an easy goal to hit. And I will even say we have one school that's even above 95% for their yearly goal. And it's really where we're at is a testament to the work of our teachers, of our principals and assistant principals, and of our families, making sure that they are getting their students here. I will point out that first, second, third, and fourth grade for attendance month 4, they all hit the district goal. Usually kindergarten at first, and then when you get into high school, those historically, and it doesn't matter where you are, what the socioeconomic status is, those are usually your lowest.
but we're exceeding.
And we're exceeding. First semester, when you really look at that, Newport Primary, they exceeded their goal, and they exceeded the district goal. The intermediate school, they barely missed it. Obviously, 95.79, they are past the 95% rate, but their goal is 96%. And then Newport High School, and I can't say enough about how much Newport High School has grown in attendance.
Yes.
Going from 89%, 90%, now we're, the first semester, 93.52%. That's really just a testament, again, teachers, and when I say teachers, I really mean all staff members.
Yes.
And I will point out specifically, even our cafeteria workers, they're great about spreading that message. Glad to see you here today. Attendance is really up. So they're doing a phenomenal job all around. I will say that I did meet with a representative on Friday from the Department of Education looking at our chronic absenteeism, simply because we went from a rate of over 30%. We were able to get that down, post-COVID down to 27%. Last year, 24%. This year, we're at 17%. And I was really excited. I didn't include it here because I do have some additional questions about the federal chronic absenteeism report. But those are coming back at Newport High School at 6%. So it's actually 6.48. The intermediate school is at 4.21, and the primary school is at 5.29. And our district goal is to be below 15%.
Okay.
So part of my meeting was really looking at some students and some families who are having issues with in-hospital treatment, specific to mental health treatment, to where they're not available even to their families, and just looking at what options are available for those families,
Okay.
and what's available in school to make sure that we're accurate in that chronic absenteeism. With their suggestions, I did run that on the back end in Infinite Campus and Sandbox, as we call it. That's where we can get in and play around with our data without impacting, our live site. And when I do those numbers, that's actually bringing us in right now at a little bit above 16%. And our goal is, and again, it's a lofty goal to be below, 15% or below. And that's what we are working towards. Another piece of information there just to share is we're really turning the tide too. We are, our male population is still most chronically absent. However, that's being reduced. I pulled the 14-15 school year just to see, over 10 years what that data looks like. So over those years, we were as high as 60 and 70% chronically absent for our male population. And so we are seeing that reduced as well.
Thank you. Any more questions?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I'll say that Jennifer's, going back to her seat, you know, she gave the schools and the teachers and staff a lot of credit, but, she deserves a lot of credit, she and her department for, getting those numbers where they are, because she spent a lot of time going out of houses.
Yes.
You know, she busy sometimes, and I said, you shouldn't be doing that. So I just want to give her kudos for the work she's doing.
As the colonel used to
That ain't easy.
always say, we can't teach them if they're not here.
Absolutely.
So he was pretty dogmatic about going out, getting those kids too, and tracking them down through the neighborhood.
Every time we hit 95%, he's the first person I think of.
Yes,
We're all over
yes,
the phone,
yes,
Mr. Watts said, you probably shouldn't have been by yourself. You probably shouldn't have been this.
Yeah.
I think we should have heard this stuff.
Yes, yes, yes. Mr.
Madam
Maine?
Chair, members of the board, good evening. You have a copy of my report. Do you have any questions?
I do. I noticed that there were increase in the utilities. So is that due to the rate increase or usage?
I'd say probably more so with the usage. There are actually times, and in my report, sometimes I'll make a note that says bills still less than 2023. The consumption might be up, but sometimes it's a rate issue that allowed for the bill to actually be cheaper than what we had the previous year. It's been much colder too.
Right.
So that's another thing to keep in mind. I know that typically the primary school, they have been a lot higher since we did all the renovations, because I think we've added so much equipment and so many things to that general portion of the building. I think that's going to cause some increased utility consumption as well. Overall, across all of our buildings, I feel like we're in pace with where we've been. I don't feel like there's anything that's really getting out of control. I know probably for the next couple of months, our bills are going to be pretty high just because of the heat that we're having to pay for right now. This particular building, in the intermediate, we have the Stand Energy, which continues to be a great resource for us. We get a discounted rate on our natural gas. We get our natural gas from Stand Energy, not Duke Energy. And I don't know how it all works. It still flows through the same pipes, but for whatever reason, the partnership that we have gives it to us at a discounted rate. In this building, as I said, and with the intermediate, we have new boilers that are much more efficient. So over time, those are going to pay for themselves as well. With our new boiler in this building, I'm able to run it on low most of the time just because it is so efficient, so powerful. You put it on high, it'll sweat you out most rooms, which is good, but at the same time, it gives us the opportunity to keep it on low.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions?
What's the noise? The banging noise?
The pipe,
That's-
the steam pipe is expanding and contracting. So like I said, with it being as cold as it is, the boiler's on high, so there's a lot of pressure in there, a lot of heat, and pipes are expanding and popping and cracking.
It's easy enough for me to run off.
No, you're good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Madam Chair, members of the board, Superintendent Mr. Watts, you have my report. Do you have any questions? There's no word for you, Lisa, tonight.
Yes, that was, yeah. It was
You were just
yeah,
out of
a
my.
lot of good news. I love the new reading program. That's very exciting. When you read the functional, the foundational skill development, and that just seems like a very positive thing for our students, that to give them that confidence in reading.
It's an intensive intervention program that complements Orville Gillingham, a program that we already have implemented for the past 5
Great. Great, great, great. Keep up the good work, the sensory room. We have to schedule another tour. But we'll wait till the weather is a little bit kinder. It's kind of brutal right now, so we'll wait. Okay, any questions for Ms. Swanson?
No,
All right, thank you. And it was great job recognizing your staff.
They're wonderful.
Thank you,
They
thank
were-
you. Mr. Davis, yeah. Yeah, Mr. Davis and I, we love that part of the,
Absolutely.
yeah, so thank you for doing that. I'm sure they appreciated it. And Mr. Maine, same for you, for recognizing your staff. Because, you know, it's all of the community contribute, the school community contributes to our students' success and well-being. And so we appreciate you including them in this recognition month that we do. So, thank you. Okay. And that's it. Let's see. Any old business? Nope. New business, we have quite a few things on here. I do want to say that this contract with Maddox, I'm not ready to vote on it just yet. We just got it today, haven't had a chance to digest it. Would like an opportunity to talk about it as far as the budget analysis agreement. This is not the audit contract, because that hasn't been approved by KDE. Ms. Hoover mentioned that in her report last week, that she had recommended that we renew our partnership with them for one more year. But they need paperwork from KDE before that can be done, correct?
Yes, they'll post, when those new contracts are ready, KDE will post that template to their website, and then auditors can go get that and fill in the blanks, and then we'll submit it to you all.
Okay, very good. And so, and that, Mr. Davis had a lot of questions about it, so we would like to maybe talk about this further before we approve it. Everybody okay with that? Okay. All righty. Anybody have questions about the BGs? Ms. Hoover was so kind to bring us to that at the last working session, so we got all our questions answered on those. You all okay with the board policy on the vacation days? Anybody need more discussion on that? Okay, so, and then the IRB with Nexogen, everybody's good with that one? That's the beauty of having those work sessions where you can have time to discuss, get your questions answered, and be comfortable when we come to the regular meetings to actually take action. Would you agree?
I would agree. And on this IRB, too, just for clarification for everyone, as the value of the property goes up, to make sure that I'm understanding, as the value of the property goes up during this 30-year period of time, our rate stays the same, and so we start collecting more money of it. It's based on the current value of the property.
Correct. That is correct.
Correct.
Right. And we say IRB, but we should say internal revenue bond,
It's
because.
industrial revenue.
Right, industrial revenue bond, yes, we want to stop using so many acronyms for our viewing audience. So I need a motion to remove consent agenda item number 3. It's been moved in second, all in favor? And if there's no more questions remaining, the other items, I need a motion to approve consent agenda items 1, 2, and 4 through 11. Thank you. All righty.
Second.
It's been moved in second, all in favor? And I need a motion to excuse Mr. Curl's absence. It's been moved in second. All in favor? Let's see, and board comments. It's, consider changing the, Mr. Hayes, would like to push the due date for the construction bids to February the 5th and would like to award on February the 12th. And so me and Mr. Watts talked about this today. I really want to protect our work sessions so we can have time to discuss, you know, the process of a lot of things of what we do. You know, as I explained to him, you know, when you have new board members, you know, it is important that we discuss the process in detail, and so that you all can understand why we do what we do and not just up here and expecting you to vote. So considering that you all have never been involved in a construction bid, or this is your new, we're going to have a work session on February the 12th, followed by a special meeting. Therefore, the board can take action regarding Mr. Hayes' request, but we'll have an opportunity for him to be here to discuss his recommendation on February 12th.
So all that's gonna be on the 12th?
Yes. So we will start the work session at 6:30 and probably do the special meeting at 7:30. Okay. All righty. But we'll finalize that, I think we need to figure out if, as we get closer, if something else comes up, more topic, but that hour should give us enough time to talk about the bid and anything else that comes up. But that's just tentative dates. Nothing's in stone. As we get closer to that date, you'll get more information. All righty. We good with that?
Yes.
Okay. So can you make sure that someone from Hayes and Associate is here on that day
Yes.
to talk
That's
about?
the plan. The other thing, the bids run 5th, and I just want to move the timetable as early as we can, just so that we can have the hopes of having it done while football season, you know.
I appreciate that, and we want to accommodate that, but we need to make sure that the board is comfortable when it's time to take action.
Sure.
And they're informed.
I'll make sure.
Okay. All righty, very good. All righty. Any other comments, Mr. Davis?
No, not tonight, but I do, well, I can say this. I just want to thank, you know, it's Board Appreciation Month, and our jobs, we're all part of the same team, but our job is not nearly as important as the job that happens in the community and in the schools every day. We're here just to oversee, but the staff and the people who are at home and the students who are working so hard every day are the ones that our success and our schools are built on. And I just want to say thank you. I didn't get I forgot to say it when everyone was here tonight, but I'll take a chance at that time again in the future. But I just want to say to everyone, thank you. It's without all of you happening in our community and all the work that you do every day, and it's not an 8 to 5 job. This job goes on all the time, and we know that. And I just want to say to everyone here, thank you to the coaches who were out there spending their time. We had one here this evening. She had a tough game the other night, but she's still out there working hard to inspire the students, inspire her athletes to do the best that they can do. And I just want to say that I appreciate each and every one of us, what you're doing. Thank you. Thank you.
I second that.
You're good at
That's
that.
powerful.
It is. It is. Ms. Covington, you have any comments? All righty. Well, Mr. Davis, you know, stole my thunder, but that's okay. It was,
didn't mean to,
it was
but
well
I don't
said.
mean
It
to
was
do
well
that.
said. I know you don't, but I'm with Ms. Subman. I second that. We do this because of what you do. And it is important as board members, it's nice to be appreciated, but as he said, you know, what you all do is where the appreciation should be, because when Lisa brought her team up here, that was an example of the dedication and commitment of the people here in Newport. You know, they go beyond, as he says, it's not an 8 to 5, you know, job. And we know that you all go home thinking about the next day, you know, planning. Your brain can't rest some nights because you know, get an epiphany, or you get an idea and you get up and write it down because you don't want to forget it. So we know, you know, you're doing research to see, and you're always checking the programs and what you're doing, Mr. Watts, you know, and I can say that I text him on the weekends. And you know, he calls me early in the morning because he knows I'm up. So I appreciate you being available to your board. I appreciate your consistency in the monthly meetings, you know, and listening to me. Say it. But you make your staff available to us, and I like the way you allow your staff to shine and be independent and have a voice, which is so important. And that's the sign of a good leader who is not threatened by the strength of his team. And so I want to thank you and your team, and Ms. Hoover. Thank you.
So true.
You came here, a babe, and you know, in school finance, but you've learned a lot. You were baptized by fire. But our loss is Bellevue's gain.
That's right.
So thank you for your service. I appreciate, we've had a lot of conversations, long emails, questions, but I appreciate your patience with my questions. Sometimes I ask the same question because I couldn't remember the answer or couldn't find my notes, but you never said, I already told you that. You would go right through all the questions and answers as if I had never asked it before. And I want you to know, I appreciate that. You know, so you have set the bar high for Kim. But Kim, welcome.
Yes.
Welcome. You've been around a long time. And so we are looking forward to what you bring to the table. But thank you, Ms. Hoover.
Thanks for stepping up.
Yeah.
So true.
Any other comments?
Everybody for all that you do.
Yeah.
It's powerful. It changes the lives of the kids in the district.
That's right.
You know, the impact that you might have on them, you may be the only person in their life that is positive, but it's powerful.
Yeah, we appreciate all of you. All righty, if there's nothing else, I need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Well said.